Okay, wonderful. So I think I am live and hopefully you can hear me. I seem to have had some difficulty with sound, but I think you should hopefully be able to hear me. So hello everyone and good evening. I believe it is the evening in the UK. I am currently in Ontario in Canada, so it's 4 o'clock for me, and I'm very much looking forward to being here today. I have been able to log in once before with yourselves on this beautiful connection site, and very much looking forward to being with you. So a little bit about myself. I have worked as a medium for the last 18 years, and my passion is definitely working with the spirit world and also working in the way of our past workers and following their methodologies and bringing them into a current time. Teaching is also a love of mine, and today I have with me some of my favorite cards for working, which are the Secret Language of Color, just in case anybody wonders what cards I'm working with. And I'm just looking forward to seeing who decides to join us. And if you would like a soul or a spirit read, hello, Christine. Wonderful, welcome. Hi, Roseanne. Wonderful. And Elif, well done. Wonderful. Melissa, great. Wonderful that you're all... Oh, you're from Canada too? That's amazing. I love it. Okay, so I tell you what I will do. I am going to allow a communicator to come forward. And the way that I work, I'm going to bring forward the information, the evidence, and what I ask is that if you resonate or recognize some of the pieces of information, that you let me know just by typing into the chat bar, and then we can go from there. Let me see here. Is there somebody that would like a soul read first? And that way then we can move into spirit work. And Elif, wonderful. You would like a soul read? Wonderful. So then I'm going to start with you, my lovely. Okay. Is there something in particular you would like to look into, or would you just like to see what my cards have in store? Oh, and one of them jumped right out the pack. Yes, please. Okay. So Elif, what I have pulled here for you, I don't know if you can see, there's a little bit of shine on my computer here. It is a beautiful plum color. And the words on there say to overcome. You are overcoming some challenges. Okay. No general. Okay, my lovely. Let me see what your question was. I didn't quite catch it when I was pulling the cards. You want a soul read, and we're being specific. So let me see what area you would like to look in. If I could just see that flash up again for me on the screen, that would be great. Sorry, Elif, I'm just waiting to see the question that you posed. Okay, so Elif, what I can tell you from this beautiful color that's come up, the plums are, it's a beautiful deep purple. Okay, so I know that just by talking and seeing the color that comes through for you, I know that there is a sort of soul connection for you. I understand that there is an emotional connection with the world of energy. And I do also feel when you say a love, what I'm understanding is from your healing side, it feels as though you have had quite a few ups and downs when it's come to relationships. And what I'm understanding as well is looking into what your soul needs for you to feel that ability to move forward in your life with someone is some healing. I'm hearing as well that it's difficult for you to trust and to sort of let your walls down. So I do understand that you tend to have some walls put up to protect your own heart. And this is from past experiences. And from what I'm hearing, it feels as though there needs to be some of that release or healing when it comes to letting go of some of those hurts from the past. Words understanding words that have impacted you, somebody in your life that broke that trust, that sort of left you with this want to keep your wall up and keep yourself guarded. And what I understand is it's by bringing those walls down and bringing that healing forward, you will then allow somebody to come into your heart. And that right now, there's still some need for healing and releasing from past trust that needs to be done in order to allow that person to come into your life. I do also feel with you that there is a big connection with emotion, and I do feel that you tend to hold that emotion in unless you are around people that make you feel comfortable. And again, this is a part of how you protect your own heart from being hurt. Okay, my lovely. So, Elif, what I'm hearing, sort of for moving forward and allowing love to come into your life, there needs to be that release and healing from the past. Whatever broke that feeling of trust for you, finding a way for it to heal, to allow you to let those walls down and allow that person to come into your heart. Okay, my lovely. I also do just hear as well, okay, you finished a relationship and after that it's hard for you to start again. I completely understand that, my lovely. And I can tell you from what I'm hearing, there was a lot of hurt that came from that. And also your trust was broken. So it takes a bit for us to heal from that. But I do feel there is a lot of empathic ability with you, and there is a lot of connection to emotion and feeling other emotions. I also just heard a little bit about the dream time as well, that your dreams may also provide you with some insight. And I just feel that from this point, what I'm hearing for that love connection, there needs to be that healing for you right now. And you need to find a way to let it feels as though when it comes to the throat and your ability to share what you feel, it feels that's very difficult for you. And I feel as though the throat, kind of the energy here that we hold, is very much held in, a little bit like a pressure cooker. So there needs to be that release in order for you to move forward and allow somebody to come into your life. You know, when we heal, the universe knows, and that's how they bring that special person into our life that's going to be there to support us. So once again, I show you that beautiful card here, that plum, and you can see that beautiful distant light in the background there, letting you know that even though there has been this time of sort of a lot of emotion and that trust being broken, there is that light for you if you can find that way to heal and let that trust rebuild for you, to trust yourself that you will make the right choice, and this will be the person who's going to be there to support you. Okay, my lovely, and I do hope that resonated with you, and I do wish you much success with that healing. You know, a good thing to do if you want to sort of help that healing and to help the release of those words that sort of stay here, you can listen to anything on YouTube. You can type in 432 hertz for healing, and that's a good piece of frequency to play just every day around you to encourage that healing. Okay, and thank you so much for your time. Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you, Elif. All right, so beautiful souls, just as we're working here, what I am aware of, I have a gentleman here with me, and from what I'm understanding, there was something to do with his heart, and I also feel that there was some sort of complications with the circulatory or blood pressure system, because I'm hearing the heart, I'm hearing blood pressure, and I'm hearing sort of the circulatory system as well with him. I'm just having a little listen just as I'm working here. I do hear the month of March, and I'm also hearing the month of June. So these months may resonate with a birthday, passing, or anniversary, or they may be relevant to you as the receiver. I also do feel as though I'm hearing father being mentioned, so I feel that he was a father. And I'm also, just as I'm listening here as well, I do feel that the time when the passing took place, it feels as though there wasn't a lot of time for people to be able to say their goodbyes. It feels, okay. Andrea, you're resonating with some of this information, my lovely? And you feel as though this could be with your father? Christine, your soulmate, had a heart attack. Okay, wonderful. So, Andrea and Christine, if you can just stay there for me. And if you understand, I feel it's important, just as I'm listening to him here, I do feel that he is telling me as well. Okay, March was birthdays, both birthdays. And Andrea, you can take March and June. Okay. Andrea, may I work with you, my lovely? Because I do feel that he keeps saying to me, Father. So I do feel that I do have your dad here with me, and I would love to just see what else he has to share with you as well. Okay. So thank you so much, Christine, and hopefully we're able to work with you a little later. Okay, so Andrea, I'm understanding that you can take all of this information. I do feel as well with your father, I do feel that there is quite its sudden passing. Yes, it felt like there wasn't a lot of time for anybody to even prepare. It just happened, and it still feels like there's healing taking place from it because he feels like such a beautiful heart and soul with him. Okay. And it's like he's talking to me, and I feel as well there's quite a bit of humor here with him because he's smiling when he's talking to me. The minute you've sort of just said yes to me, it's as though he's just the excitement's come forward for him. I'm also understanding here with your dad, I understand from him that he found it difficult to express his emotions. So he always did his best to have a brave face on. That's how I'm understanding it from him. I'm also hearing him talk about the family, and I feel that this was such a happy time for him. He is amazing, absolutely. And he's smiling right now because he's talking to me as well about Christmas. And I know Christmas is coming just around the corner, but I feel as though he's talking about it because he also loved just to hear everybody laughing and talking about everything that was happening in their lives, and he loved to just have his family with him. I do feel as well here with him when he's talking to me, I understand that he was also a hard worker, and I do feel that he always wanted to make sure he was there for the people that needed him. He also makes me aware that when he's talking to me, he makes me aware that he makes me aware that he didn't always say it enough, just how much he loved you or how much he loved everyone, but he showed you how much he loved you in the actions that he took. It feels as though he was always there when you needed to have a good talk with him. That's how I'm understanding it from him. He maybe wasn't able to be there all the time, but when you needed him, it felt like that's when he would make that time to be there. And I'm also just being shown here something to do with the celebration of life, which is what I call it, or funeral. Okay. And it feels as though there is a photo that he's showing me. So there would have been a photo of him at the celebration of life or funeral, and he's smiling because he liked it. It feels as though he was there when everybody was sharing these memories about him, and it feels as though there were a lot of good memories with him. He has a lot of good memories of just family time and having everyone around him. And I also know, I understand from him just how much he meant to you, because I can hear when he's talking with me about you, the emotion that's presenting itself and coming forward. I feel that there's almost the emotion coming through now in his eyes. And he's so proud of you. He just keeps saying that to me. He's so proud of you. And so I just need to sort of echo that to you. The way he's saying it, you're a very strong person, and you always find a resolution to a problem. That's how he said it to me. You always find a resolution to a problem. And I also feel that with him as well. Yes, he adored you. Absolutely. Because he's just beaming right now when he's talking about you. He's just beaming. He's got the most beautiful smile on his face. And I just hear what else he's talking about. Thank you. Andrea, what I'm understanding from him, you also do know or feel when he's around you. From how I'm hearing it, you notice little signs from him. You had to wake out the street. Well, that's beautiful because he didn't show me the particular building. He just made me aware that there were people that came together and there were memories shared about his life. And he loved that. He loved sort of just everybody being there. I feel that's just what he would have wanted, because I don't feel from him that he wanted everything to be about him, if you understand. He wouldn't be wanting to be the center of attention, but he loved knowing that everybody came together to talk about the good times, because I feel that's very important with your dad. I feel that he focuses on that, and it's especially important because the way that he's talking to me, he knows that when he did journey home, the emotion that was left and the heartache that was left is something that he wants to make sure does heal. And he's just shown me again a robin or a cardinal. Your hair moves when he's around. Oh, that's beautiful. But I'm also seeing a robin. I'm also seeing that you pick up on other signs from spirit. So I just want to give that to you there. And I love how he moves your hair to let you know he's around, because he wants you to know that. I know that there's still also a lot of emotion for you, my lovely. I feel it in my heart. I know that you also miss him. And, you know, he wants you to remember that he is always there with you. I just also hear him talking. It broke your heart. Yes, my lovely. I feel that. Okay. I do feel that when he's talking to me here. Okay. Would you understand? It feels as though he's mentioning either another sibling that you have, a robin as well. Wonderful. Because I'm hearing him talk, and I feel as though he's talking about whether or not he has another daughter or a son. Would you understand having a sibling? I just want to see if you understand that before I carry on, just to see where he's going with that. Okay, Andreas, I'll just give you a minute there. Wonderful that you resonate with the robin. So if you could just give me a yes or no if you understand him talking about, it feels like he's talking about what would be a sibling or somebody in the family. Would you understand that, my lovely? Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Because when he was talking to me there, he did mention a sibling. And so I understand brother. Okay, thank you. I feel as though I have to also tell you, because your dad was talking to me about the family, and I did keep hearing another voice from a different communicator. I do feel that your brother is also here with me. Okay, because I feel as though they're now standing together. Yes, a wonderful big brother. That's just beautiful. I feel as though he's just smiled, because he's like, yeah, I'm also coming to say hello, because you love them both so much. And, you know, the way that he comes forward, he feels like that protective big brother. He feels as though he knew his responsibility was also to look out for you and care for you. And that was something he took very seriously. And he's got such a beautiful smile and some beautiful eyes when he's talking to me. I rarely feel that emotion that comes through from them. And let me just hear here as well. You know, what I'm hearing from both of them is everybody that's still here, the healing that's happening for everybody that's still here, because they are both amazing, absolutely. And they really worry about everybody. And I have a feeling from what I'm hearing that when it comes to Christmas, that you must put out something to honor both of them, because they keep mentioning to me Christmas, and I keep seeing the table, and my goodness, I know they also must have loved their food, because I keep getting this beautiful aroma of something delicious. He wouldn't let the wind blow on you. Absolutely. He took that protectiveness very seriously. But I do feel that I just sort of moving into that message and the why they've both come here together. It feels as though that they're saying they want you to know that they're going to be there for that Christmas. They're with you all the time, but there's something about Christmas, and whether you do something to honor their memories or you talk or share stories about them, it's like they're just smiling because they want you to know that they are there. And I know that you're aware of them being around you. Um, Okay. And just one thing as well, I feel as though your brother's just shown me a picture, a photograph as well. So I feel from both of them that photos and memories are very important for you as well when it comes to remembering and holding them close to your heart. They love food. Oh, okay, that makes sense because I'm hearing that and smelling some incredible food just moving here around me, which is great. Okay, and I just hear as well, I'm also just hearing, I'm hearing two songs. I'm hearing the autumn leaves, that autumn leaves are brown and the sky is gray, that beautiful song that talks about change. So I feel as though what they're talking about is there's some changes taking place in your life as well. And they just wanting you to know that they're around you and they want to help you during that time. And then I also just hear that beautiful song, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue. And I feel as though that's just a reminder to you that you know that they are both right up there. And whenever you see that rainbow, they are most definitely sending you their love in bucket loads at those moments. But I do feel those changes that they were talking about for you in your life that are taking place, they want you to know that they are here to support you and also to make sure that you continue to smile and love life and laugh and cherish the moments with everyone around you, because they most definitely cherished moments when they were able to be here on this earth, and they still do have those moments with them in the spirit world. And there is so much love coming from both of them right now for you, Andrea. And I just thank you so much for working with us, and thank you so much for hearing from your dad and your brother. And I appreciate your time. It was wonderful to work with them, and so beautiful how they came in one after the other, because it's as though your dad knew he needed to talk to you first. Is there anything that you would like to ask either of them, Andrea, just before I move to my next communicator that is here? And do you have a question, my lovely, for either of them? Let me see. So, Andrea, this is just for you. If you have a question that you would like to ask to your dad and your brother, please just let me know. And I'm just trying to, I've just found the button to click for comments. So thank you so much, everybody. I'm just seeing your comments coming through here, and I'm not sure how I can, there we go, let me see. Okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Andrea. So I must say, just when I've just read that question from you, I do feel that with your dad and how he was talking to me about family, I do understand why. Okay, I do understand why he kept saying everyone being together. And from how I hear it from him, I do feel that there is there is that chance, my lovely. That is possible. He does make me feel as though you are going to see your granddaughter. What I do say as well, I can only deliver what I hear from your loved one. But I do feel that with that question, your dad is very much smiling. So please take that as a confirmation, if you will. And just remember that he's very much with you and supporting and helping things to turn out how they should. And thank you for working with me. I am so sorry to hear that, Andrea. But you know, what I can say to you is when they talked about Autumn Leaves, that song, the I'm not going to sing too much, but is that oh no, autumn leaves are brown and the sky is gray. It's the change. So even though the sky feels gray right now, there is a change that is coming. So that change should bring that sunshine for you, that rainbow. Okay, my lovely? And thank you for working with me. I'm just seeing here as well. I'm going to do sort of a spirit reading and then a soul reading, just to kind of balance that out. Let me see. Jennifer, I believe you said that you would like a soul reading. Okay, wonderful. And also, thank you again, Andrea. It was wonderful to work with your family and, you know, maybe listen to the song, The Autumn Leaves Are Brown, that autumn leaves, because it feels that there is that change coming. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so Jennifer, when you say you would like a reading, my lovely, would you like? I'm looking to do a soul reading and then a spirit reading. So, would you like a soul reading where we pull a color card for you and just see perhaps if there is something that you would like to ask or look into? Let me know. I will just wait for that response. And then I will move to a spirit reading. Okay, so Jennifer, I'm just going to give you a minute here. You'll do a soul reading, okay? And do you have a question or something in particular you would like me to look into for the soul reading? And thank you so much, Andrea. I've just read your comment there. Wonderful. It's always an honor to work with Spirit and connect. So thank you. My color cards are jumping around. Okay, so Jennifer, I'm just waiting to see here if you have a question in particular. How will my energy be in the next few months and patience? Okay, so what I'm gonna, yeah, okay, thank you, Jennifer. So let me just show you the card that came up here. It's a beautiful purple. Okay, and it says on here, develop that clarity. Now, what you can see in the background is you can see a beautiful flower that's just finding that bloom. And from what I'm understanding as well, where it's talking about that clarity, I feel as though with your system, from how I'm understanding it, that you do sometimes have fatigue in the body that sort of comes in. I feel that this fatigue does affect you. I do feel a tiredness. Quite a tiredness that comes into the body, and also sometimes like a cloudiness or a fogginess within the thinking as well, within your mind. Okay, and I just also hear as well that there can be sometimes headaches for you. So I do feel that you are sort of, there is some quite a bit of fatigue within the body. But from what I'm understanding as well, I do feel that there is a connection here with the emotions. And I do feel that there is this healing. I keep hearing physical. Okay, I keep hearing the physical body. The physical body needs the healing. Okay, so Jennifer, that's how I'm understanding it. When I just pulled another card here as well, and it's come up with that aqua, that beautiful blue in the background. And normally for me, that talks about inflammation, inflammation in the body. That's how I'm understanding it. So it feels that there is some pain or inflammation in the physical body, and this is also what holds you back from being able to do as much as you need to. What I would say there, if you listen to, there is a frequency 172 hertz. I'm a big believer in sound energy, sound healing, sound frequency. And if you play that in the background of your day, 172 hertz, free on YouTube, it will help to release uh, to release that inflammation that's coming from the body. Okay. I do also feel a sensitivity with the stomach, so sometimes whatever you put in doesn't always agree with you. Like, there is a sensitivity with your system, perhaps something to do as well with the immune, but I do feel the main area of focus is that anti-inflammatory healing and release. And there does feel a connection as well to do with relationships or emotion there that could also help with that healing. But I would really say, to help that like heaviness and fatigue in the body, and also sometimes the cloudiness or fogginess within the mind. Okay, the rheumatoid arthritis. Okay, thank you, Jennifer. That does help me understand there, because I kept hearing sort of inflammation within the whole body, and that is also connected to the immune somewhat with the rheumatoid arthritis. Okay, so I would really, if you can, try that frequency. It is very, very good for releasing the inflammation, because it does make the body tired. Pain makes the body tired. So if you can try that, my lovely, I'm very sure that that will help some of that inflammation. And also it does help us release any emotion or frustration that we hold from having a physical body that doesn't always listen to us. But I really, I really do feel that just give that a chance, because I do feel that there is so much that you want to achieve, and this pain and inflammation is holding you back. So give that a try and see how it works for you. And again, I just show you those two beautiful colors, that purple letting you know that there is this clarity that's going to come into the body, and that beautiful water sort of reminding that it's the inflammation that is holding that body back, the physical body, from that healing. Okay, so thank you so much. You are most welcome. Thank you very much for your answers there, and I do hope that you give that frequency a try. Within my healing practice, I always go to a frequency just to help, and if you would like a crystal to also help with that, I would have a look at getting yourself you get, it's like a white howlite, and that's very good for helping arthritis pain within the body. And you can just pop it under your pillow at night and let it do what it needs to. So thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you. Okay, beautiful souls. So I'm just going to keep going. Time always does fly. I do have a communicator here with me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share the information that I'm hearing, and then I would just ask, if you resonate with the information, please let me know, and that way we can see where we are going. And then Christine, just let me know, because I know we were, you understood the information in the start. So Christine Murray, once I've worked with Spirit, just send me a message reminder, and I will happily do a soul reading for you, my lovely. Okay, so let me work with Spirit first, and then I will come to you. If you can just wait that little bit longer, and we will do a soul reading for you. Okay. Okay, so beautiful souls, just as I'm working here, I am aware of a woman that has joined me in the spirit world. I do understand from her when she's talking to me, she makes me aware that towards the time of her passing, so I feel the reason she's saying this is she had some memory difficulties, cognitive difficulties. It feels as though there was some confusion that came in with her thinking. And I also understand with her, I'm aware of the chest, the lungs, the respiratory, and the breathing. So I also feel that there would have been some difficulty for her when it came to the respiratory system and her breath, that she did struggle to move around, so some mobility as well. And she does make me aware that she did have quite a bit of care before she journeyed to spirit. She does tell me about family. I hear her talking about family and everybody that was there to help her. And I'm also just hearing here. So remember now, I'm going to give you a name, but this could be her name. This may be connected around her. Okay. So I'm hearing a D name. I'm hearing a Doris or a Doreen or a Deb. Okay, so I just want to present that name there. This may be her name. This may be around her. And as I'm Sarah, hello, my lovely. You can take this information. Okay, wonderful. Just if you could give me a yes or okay, Christine, your mom had dementia. Okay, so Sarah, Doris was her neighbor. Okay, thank you, my lovely. May I work with you, Sarah? Deborah, you can take Doris and Deb. Would you understand the rest of the information there as well, my lovely, with our communicator? Okay, so Sarah and Deborah, if you could just stay there for me for 1 second, because I know I'm coming to one of you. I do feel that, but I just want to see Deborah Priest. Did you resonate with the rest of the information as well as the names? Yes. Okay. Wonderful. So, Sarah, thank you so much, my lovely. But I do feel that I am with Deborah. Deborah, you understood Doris and Deb. Okay. Okay. So, Deborah, if I will work with you, please. Thank you. Okay. So, Deborah, what I am hearing as well from her, it feels as though it was particularly challenging and difficult for her to not be able to do her day-to-day tasks. It feels as though that there was some decline sort of with the physical health and like a fragility that came into the body as well with her. That's sort of standing out for me, that she has a very strong heart there, a very strong personality. And I feel as though having these challenges was difficult for her. But she does tell me about the people around her and the support that she had around her. I feel that's a very big and important part of it. It's the support that she had around her that she wants me to talk about. I do also feel with her, she's just talking to me here, and I feel as though she's got quite a beautiful voice when she's talking to me. And I feel as though she also would have hummed some songs or music, a little bit of humming, if there was a song that came on the radio. Okay, thank you, Deborah. It was difficult for her to accept. I do feel that because, she really, the way she's coming forward and the way she's talking to me, it feels as though she was very sort of like fast and to the point with things. And then when this decline started to happen, it was difficult for her to process. She does have quite a beautiful smile when she's talking to me. And I know the love and appreciation she has for everyone around her. That's one of the biggest things I keep hearing. I also feel that there is something when she's talking to me here, there is something to do with the garden or being outside, because I feel as though I'm seeing lots of flowers and I feel as though I'm going outside into the garden. And I feel that somebody would have either taken her out into the garden or taken her for walks in the garden. But there was something about the outside and the garden for her that remembering those times as well. And also there is some love for her for flowers, because I keep seeing different flowers around here with her as well. Okay. I believe Deborah is still with me. Deborah, are you still with me? Okay, I don't know if I've lost Deborah there, but Deborah, really, I also know for that message and for how close she is with me right now, I feel as though there is just a lot of thank you coming from her for what everybody did. And she loved flowers. Okay, thank you. Beautiful. Because honestly, bless her, she's showing me all sorts of different flowers. And I know she's wanting me to give you a beautiful bunch of flowers as this thank you. It feels as though there is a lot of love that's coming from her. And I do also feel just one other thing here with her. There were times that you must have had a cup of tea, or you must have sat with her and just talked about the day, because I'm just hearing that as well with her, the conversations, and that just hearing people talk around her kind of brought her that little bit of comfort. It took away the quiet, because it feels as though the quiet for her was not good. She didn't like that. And I know that there was times where she was overwhelmed because it was trying to accept this sort of decline with the health. But she does make me very much aware of the people that were around her and the love and the support that she got. Right. And I just also hear as well from her here, I've just also heard something to do with butterflies. So I feel that this must be a connection for you. Okay, Deborah, I feel that sort of moving into this message here from her, that you have a connection, a sensitivity, and there's something to do with butterflies and messages when you see them. And I feel as well that there is something to do with transformation, that there is a change that's there for you. There's a change taking place, and I just know from her she's bringing this beautiful butterfly to you, and there is much success coming from her for that. And I thank you so much for working with me. Thank you so much for moving through the chat as we do. And yes, thank you, Deborah. Thank you for working with us. Thank you. Wonderful. So Christine Maroy, I think it's Christine Maroy. Maroy? I know you said you wanted a soul reading, my lovely. If I could just see your name again. Wonderful, Deborah. Thank you for letting me know that you understand the butterfly. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Christine Murray, hello, my lovely. You've been very patient. You've been here from the beginning as well. And look at that. It is, well, 444 on the clock for me, which is always an angel number. Okay, so I see here your message as well saying that your mom had dementia. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let me just see here, Christine. I'm going to start with a card for you, and then I'm going to see if your mom decides to step forward and join us, okay? Oh, thank you so much, Krish. It is a pleasure. There's my reminder of a soul message. Wonderful. Also, these cards are jumping away from me today. If anybody would like a one-to-one sitting or reading, I do work via Zoom, and you are more than welcome to find me through Facebook, Brigid Watts, or send me an email to emerald.elemental@gmail.com. I would love to be able to be of service. Okay, Christine, so your card just popped out right at me, and I want to show you this beautiful card, Azure, and you can see that beautiful sun in the sky. It's just stunning. Now, Azure does also have on the card, it does talk about protecting yourself, protecting those emotions and protecting that heart, because it feels that, from how I'm understanding it, there has been somewhat of some cloudier times for you, and it feels as though you're sort of at that point where you're looking to the sun. It feels as though you're looking for those changes that are coming in. I do also know, with this beautiful azure, with the light blue and the white, it's very much about connectivity and that sensitivity. So I do feel that there is an empathic ability with you, that you are a sensitive and you have a strong intuition, and that you do pick up on a lot of emotion that is around you. There's also something to do with caring or caregiver, or there's just something about you that sort of gives me that feeling that you have a very caring soul, a very caring nature, and you are always worrying about everybody around you and sort of putting yourself second. Everyone else goes first. That's just the feeling and understanding that I get for you here, Christine. And just as I'm working, Christine, because I do feel, I do have to just mention, I do feel that I have a woman here in the spirit world, and I do feel that I have your mum here, because she is presenting here with me, and she's presenting with the confusion and the shift in the cognition within the mind. And it does feel that this was a progressive sort of decline for her. It started off sort of with little things being forgotten, and then it sort of progressed. So I do feel that this took place over some time with her. I also feel as well, when I'm talking with your mum here, I do feel sometimes somewhat of a lower blood pressure with her. I feel like there is a little bit of a wateriness in the eyes. So I do feel that as well, just with the health. But I do see such a beautiful smile on her face. And I also hear her talking about everybody around her. I feel as though I have to say that she also wants you to know that she's not alone in the spirit world, but I'm sure you know that. She's talking about how she wasn't alone. You were a caregiver. Okay, thank you, Christine, because it was just screaming right at me there, this beautiful caregiver. And I also understand here, let me just hear. Okay, Christine, I do feel with your mum, I do feel with her, the way that she's talking to me, I feel a lot of emotion with her as well. And I feel, I also mentioned grandmother to you there. But anyway, you have more than one communicator here with me, so I'm just trying to let them work one at a time. Okay, you understand a decline. You understand that decline with her health, because it does feel that it started off subtle, and it feels as though you would have been a part of helping her to figure out something that wasn't quite right. Like, even when she was putting things in places, they started to be put in different places, or she couldn't find them, and a lot of emotion. It was quite a challenge for her, sort of moving through that. But she does talk to me of everyone around her. She does talk to me of the support that she had around her. And I also feel where she was, if this was you, it's as though she had some few items that were always important to her, and it was like they were put with her. They were there with her, because it feels as though she would have been in some sort of care, or she would have had a carer with her. Your gran is also close. Well, that makes sense as to why she's popped through at the same time. That's wonderful. But I do feel as well with your mum, it feels as though there was a lot of care taken of her, and that she did have, whether she was in like a long-term care or she had somebody that was around to care for her when this decline got more rapid. Okay. Because I feel that it was, and she did need that extra care. But I know from her as well, she's showing me sort of different photos, and I feel like she's talking about good memories. I'm also hearing something to do with the water or the beach, or something to do with water, whether there is that memory or connection for her with that. I keep hearing that as well. But I do see photo albums, and I'm seeing you were her carer. Okay. Thank you, my lovely, because she does talk to me of having somebody there all the time. So that makes a lot of sense, because there is so much love coming from her for you, Christine. And such, I can't even express in words. It was her handbag. Okay. Thank you so much. Because she makes me aware of just something that she always had to have with her. That's beautiful. Well, I can tell you she's still got it with her in the spirit world, and it feels that's important for you to know. Okay. Well, Christine, I thank you so much for just staying the time and waiting. And I do know from your mom and also from your gran here, there is so much love coming forward. And it's interesting because they're saying that it's time that you put you first. Because I feel from them that you always look after everybody else first. And it's very sweet how they're both going, it's time that you put you first, which is quite beautiful. They're wanting you to take that time for you. It feels as though they're wanting you to laugh and just do a little bit of something for yourself. Take some time for you, because I know from them just how much you do for everybody around you. And there is so, so much love coming from both of them. And one more thing here for you, Christine. Okay. So I know Christine is absolutely kind, generous, and compassionate. Beautiful soul and heart. Beautiful. Thank you, Chris. Yes, very much being said from her mom and her gran here. And Christine, there's just one other thing that I'm hearing that I just want to share. I did hear the month of November as well. So I know we're in the month of November, but I just heard it. So whether there's also something taking place in November for you, I just want to give that to you. And I'm also hearing as well here. Okay. I'm just right. There is something as well, a beautiful, I'm sure you swim in the sea. Oh, that's wonderful, my lovely. Well, they're watching you during that. uh, I'm just hearing that song, You Are My Sunshine. And I know and feel that's coming from your mom and your gran, because you are that sunshine to so many people. And there is so much love. And thank you so much for working with me and yeah, letting your loved ones come and have a chat. It's always an honor to work for Spirit. Oh, I'm glad you like the message as well. Straight from their beautiful spirits. Thank you so much, Christine. All right, beautiful souls. So we are almost at 1 hour. Like I say, if anybody would like an individual read or a one-to-one read with myself via Zoom, please feel free to contact me through Facebook, Brigid Watts, or through my email, emerald, EMERALD, elemental, ELEMENTAL, @gmail.com. And I would love to work with you. Oh, Christine, it's your parents' anniversary. That is beautiful. Now I know why I was just hearing November there, and I had to give it to you. Quite beautiful how your mum and your gran worked together. It came through crystal clear, and I had to mention November to you there. So beautiful. Thank you so much for that, letting me know. It's always wonderful to see how spirit works. Thank you. Okay, so beautiful souls, I can do one more soul reading just because we only have 5 minutes remaining. Mel, okay, Mel Wellens, you would like a soul reading. And so, my lovely, is there something in particular that you would like with regards to a soul reading, a particular area? Thank you so much, Tracy. Lovely evidence. It's all spirit. They know what they're doing. 18 years of working with them. I always say that to my students. I always say, you've got to trust. And Christine, my mom used to sing it to me. Bless her beautiful heart. That is wonderful. Well, my lovely, she is still singing, You Are My Sunshine. Soul. Okay. Okay, Mel. So if I just show you here, I pulled this beautiful card that says Burgundy. It's got such a lovely red to it and such depth to it. And it's talking with the number 10, which is looking at your path and what you are doing for your passions. Mel Wellens? No? No, my lovely? I'm a little confused. You would like a soul reading? Is there an area in particular? Is that the no? You are most welcome, Christine. Are you happy for me to just work with the color and see what comes through? Sorry, Mel, I got a bit confused with the messages here. They're helpful, but then a little confusing at the same time. Yeah. Okay. Well, Mel, what I feel this color is talking about, so I'll just go with that because I can't see any other message coming through here on the screen. I feel as though what I'm being told is about the passions, your passions, areas that you're working in. It feels as though there is something else that you want to be doing, that there is something to do with creative or energy or soul, but you have another passion, and it feels as though you've been sort of doing the work you've had to, but it feels like there needs to be that time for your passions, for what you love to do, what makes you happy. You know, it feels as though there's creative and creation, that you're putting something together. It really feels like there's a push for you to follow what your heart is telling you and not what the mind is telling you, because I feel sometimes there can be overthinking. I feel very logical with my mind and the processor here. And it feels as though there's a big push to follow what the heart is telling you and what your passions are telling you. I do see I'm seeing this energy, I'm seeing this creativity, and I'm seeing almost like there was a 9-to-5 job or something that you were doing, because I'm sitting sort of typing at a desk, and I feel as though there's something else that you want to be doing. And there's like this push for you to do it, to just take that time and do what your heart tells you to do. That's how I'm understanding it. Okay, so Mel, I'm going to leave you with this beautiful color, that reminder to follow what speaks to your heart, your passions, your creativity. And I thank you so much for your time. So thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate getting to work with you. I don't know how time has flown so quickly. I hope to speak to you again soon. And as I say, I do teaching via Zoom, and I also do my readings and sittings via Zoom. So please feel free, if you felt a resonation in the way that I worked, to send me a message either on Facebook or to my email, which I said a little earlier up in the video. And, it's such a beautiful thing to be able to be of service and to work with spirit. I pulled a card just before I worked today, and I got this beautiful pearl to say connect with the divine. And that's what we do whenever we connect with the spirit world and we connect with that soul energy. We are working with something that is truly beautiful. So I thank you so much, and I do hope and wish you a wonderful rest of your evening, and hopefully I will see you soon. If you feel like connecting with me, please feel free to, and have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Bye.